Hello and welcome to the #1 breakfast show on TV. My name is Favor. I like to be called Favorite. And with me on the show is Adebisi Belumi. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I see you copied my style, having the glasses on. It's good.
He said I copied his style. I want to really say Happy New Month to
Yeah,
you out
Happy
there,
New
our viewers,
yes.
and to you, my brother.
Thank you
Happy
very much.
New Month.
Wish you the same, bro.
Yeah, it's already having the festive feeling. I can't even.
No.
I feel that way.
I do not feel that way.
I'm excited.
I think the only thing I felt was that coming to the studio this morning, there was a bit of Hamatan feeling.
So that's what I'm saying. That's
in
the
the
feel.
atmosphere. It's
That's
like,
summer. That's the Christmas feel. Well, I'm sure you don't have this idea because you're on the mainland. You should be on the island. So you. Well. So good to have you on the show this morning. Of course, you can join us via the link in the description, and also you can be a part of our conversation via a phone call. All you have to do is call us on
the following number.
On this number.
091 213 23978. I'll take it again. 091 213 23978. You can give us a call and we'll be sure to take in your opinions.
Yes, on every conversation. We have a lineup of programs on the show today. We have our top stories. We also have our sports updates. We have entertainment gist, and of course, the weird facts. So, whatever part of the show you find interesting, you can join us. Of course, the entire show is interesting. So, moving on with our top stories this morning.
All right. So the first top story is a little bit tense and feisty. Yeah. Falz says Sanwo-Olu's peace walk invitation is a disrespectful joke.
A very interesting one at that. I really find this story very interesting.
I know you would.
And most importantly, I always like when I treat stories like this with BC because he has the junk of words with to punch on this kind of stories. But then let's just get to it already. Yeah. So my opinion is, I don't understand where the peace walk is coming. Why a peace walk?
Okay.
Why exactly are we having a peace walk? Because a peace walk is only welcomed when we've been able to say, this is where we're standing. Yeah. We've trashed out. The peace walk will even be suggested by us so the government will know we're on the same page. We're not at war with them. We're at war with the
conduct.
The conduct.
The code of conduct of the police.
Yeah. So where we should be saying, we should be talking about peace is when... Right now, it's just that I don't even understand the joke. So I think I go in line with
Falz.
With Falz.
Yeah, of course. I read what's it called? I read Mr. Macaroni, Debo Adedayo's post as regarding the same peace because he was invited as well, and he said, "Look, you can't have a peace walk when there's no justice, right?" That was what struck me. Like, until there's justice for the victims of the Lekki Toll massacre. Yeah. Then we can now, after the prosecutors have been prosecuted and the perpetrators have been prosecuted, then we can move on to talk about having a peace walk. But until further notice, whatever peace walk you're having, and then Mr. Marco now joked about saying, the last peace walk he had, they bundled him up, and so he's not having he's not having another peace walk and all of that. But personally, I was thinking, why are we even having peace walk in the first place? Like, okay, you are saying you're having a peace walk. What does that walk in quote, what's it going to achieve?
Is it going to prompt? Nothing.
What will be the result of the
walk?
walk?
Having insecurity issues.
Even as at having the Lekki Toll massacre, the whole point of the protest,
we still have
losing we're still having police brutalities.
We still have kidnap cases. We still have.
Do you understand? So, okay, we walk from mainland to island or from island to mainland. What will happen? Are we saying police will now decide that, okay, because of their sacrificial work, will no longer extort the young people?
The peace walk is that we shouldn't voice out again. We're working so that we can never come out and protest against anything. Okay, moving on.
Moving on to the next top story. Buhari expresses solidarity against gender-based violence. Yeah, I saw that picture where it was handed an orange. Oh yeah, there it is. An orange hat or cap or something like that. Talking about.
It's very funny how we express our solidarity here in Nigeria. But then,
what's even funny to me is how, I'm not saying this is not important. This is very important. But what's funny to me is how some things tend to get more traction than other key pressing issues, right? Yeah. Gender-based violence is a thing. It's a very important issue. Yeah, it's a very vital one, and it's been happening. If you want to actually fight gender-based violence, right, you should tell. I hope I can say this. You should tell people who believe in child marriages right? That whatever religion supports that cannot be allowed to continue in the country. If you're not going to,
we should be able to
exactly,
fight all
stop
of
going
that.
through the corners
Don't
and start
go,
saying, we're handing
you
the
do
president.
here, you don't do here. You
if
can
you're
be
going
able
to go against,
deal
go all
with
the
it,
way.
deal
Like,
with it,
dive all.
completely.
There's so many cultural happenings that we need to change.
Yeah, traditions
exactly.
and all of that.
Like, how would you marry a child that is not even up to 10 years old saying something
you
about
her, the religion has joined you?
Do you understand? Please.
Anyways, I'm just going to read through this. President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday expressed solidarity with Nigerian women as they observe 16 days of activism against gender-based violence from November 25th to December 10th, 2021. Mr. Femi Adesina, the president media aide, said in a statement issued in Abuja that the president expressed solidarity when he received the Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Pauline Tolin, who visited him. Women are the bedrock of the society and are largely responsible for stabilizing the front home. My faith in the capability of Nigerian women remains steadfast, as exemplified by the key positions they occupy in the present administration. I assure you that I will always be here for you, and you can count on my support in your activities. Additional quoted President Buhari as saying. I don't remember when sometime in his last tenure there was a breakout of him, a statement he made about belonging. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember.
I hope that's not contradicting this right now.
Actually, it's one of the things I talked about earlier, that some cultural upbringing and training should. I'm a person of culture, all right? I strongly believe in culture and maintaining culture, yes. But at the same time, I understand the fact that sometimes some cultural practices need to be adjusted, right?
Revisited.
Exactly, revisited. So if, for example, when in my culture, right, when a man marries a woman, the woman, tends to the care of the home, the man goes out to the farm, and that's the way I was taught that my culture is. But when I listen to the story of my parents, my mom's dad had a farm, right? So my dad, that's my maternal grandfather, takes his daughters and his sons equally to the farm to work on the farm. He doesn't just take the son. Do you understand? So I came up with this mindset that there is a certain level to which the cultural practices need to be adjusted. So for what happened with the Odza room that Buhari did in the past administration in his first term, I would like to believe that this move here. I won't say it's contradictory. I'll say is there's been a realigning or an enlightenment on his path. So I think now he knows that they are valuable. They are valuable, and there are some things that we need to change. I mean, she did publish a book recently, didn't she? Yeah. Was it recently or some months back? So I think it's starting to give her room.
All right, let's move on.
All right, so the next one talks about Nigeria Custom Amendments Bill scales second reading in House of Reps.
Oh, wow. Well, I wouldn't blame them for that, as they seem to be the second highest revenue generating
the customs?
commission.
Oh, of course, they have to generate lots of revenue.
So
we
the
both
bill,
know why. Let's move on.
The bill, which sought to overhaul the existing act, was sponsored by Representative Leke Abejide at the plenary on Tuesday.
Preliminary.
Plenary.
Plenary, okay.
Yeah. Leading the debate on the bill, Abejide said that the need for a holistic overhaul of customs and excise legislation cannot be overemphasized in view of its contribution to fiscal and national policy development. Wow. He said that since 1958, which was more than half a century ago, the Nigerian Customs and Excise Act has not undergone reform. You will agree with me that in today's competitive world, the Act, its regulations, and its operational guidelines are archaic, obsolete, and no longer in tandem with modern-day challenges. I totally agree. And this has unfortunately reduced measurably the acquiring revenue against the volume of the trade.
Wow.
Well, okay. Like I said earlier, I think the customs need a reform from their work approach.
The entire law enforcement agencies
Yes,
need a massive reform.
Both the
police,
parastatals,
the military, the road safety.
Yeah.
All the there was a
Paramilitary and
time
military,
there was this story about road safety requesting to carry ammunition. If you remember.
Yeah. Really.
They requested that the government should permit them to carry ammunition. And I'm thinking, why is it that every law enforcement agency wants to carry ammunition?
What for?
What for? There's a major mental deficit, right, in our system. If we and I'm not just talking about the law enforcement. I'm talking of the citizens as well. If I've got to that point where law enforcement believes that they must have ammunition in order to enact law and order on the citizens, and the citizens also have a mental deficit if they have to push the law enforcement agencies to that point
to begin to carry ammunition.
Do you understand? Yeah. So now the system is so defunct that to fix it, it would take something that would have to put everybody on the same playing field. Like, look, this is what the challenge is.
Yeah.
But everybody, we're just talking about it.
All right, let's move on.
Fashola slams 2 billion naira libel suit against Powercoi's CEO, 2 dailies.
Well, Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has slammed a 2 billion naira defamation suit against the Chief Executive Officer of the Sunrise Power and Transmission Company Limited, Leno Adesanya. In a statement of claim before an FCT High Court presided over by Justice Sylvester Origi, the minister accused Adesanya and 2 national dailies of making false and disparaging publications against him. He said the publications in The Guardian and This Day newspaper of January 11th and January 16, 2019, respectively, were in respect of Mambila Power Project. Fashola alleged that in the said publications, Adesanya accused him of frustrating the completion of this project and engaging in acts of corruption in relation to the project as Minister of Power, Works and Housing.
Wow.
That's sad, but
okay.
That's quite a time from now, 2019.
Well, you waited for the right time.
All right, moving on.
Sanwo-Olu to release white paper on Lagos NSAS reports today. Today being, I think, yesterday. Cause,
1st of December.
Yeah, was it today or yesterday? Because today. I know he did release, he went on Instagram Live to give a speech, to address the press. I think he spoke about, he has released it, hasn't he? Or is it today?
It's today.
It's today, okay, so he's going to release it today.
Well, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the government will release its white paper on the reports submitted by NSAS Judicial Panel of Inquiry. The governor, in a speech on Tuesday on the Lekki shootings of October 2020, said, as an administration, are determined that the next steps that will be taken in the process of coming in terms with the events of October 2020 must bring closure to a painful episode in the history of our state, with the release of the white paper later today. A white paper is an administrative medium for conveying the decision or position of the government on the report of an administrative or judicial inquiry. Well,
that white paper has to be very important that the right decisions,
proper decisions,
are on that white paper. Because if not, it's just going to
sting more actions.
Exactly, and it's just going to be like, so this past year has been all for what? For what,
exactly.
All right.
We'll take a quick break, and when we get back, of course, we'll continue with our top stories. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Black Drum Sessions video series showcases African indigenous musicians performing live in our studios. Come take a trip around Africa through authentic and indigenous voices. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808-110-5907, or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
My name is Edauto.
My name is Anke.
Akilabi.
Kayefi Osha. Darey Sola.
My name is Fine Art, and you are watching.
And you are watching.
Simi J, you're watching Black Drum Session.
Well, Joe, course, it's still Hello Africa, brought to you by Black Drum TV. My name is Favor Aya, and with me on the show is Adebisi Pelumi.
Hello.
Yeah, just in case you're just joining us, we're still dealing with our top stories, and we've done our first
first half.
Our first half.
Yeah.
And we're moving on to the second half. Of course, you can be a part of our conversation. I told you before, you can call us on the number, and you can also be a part of our conversation.
Yeah, so you can call us on this number, 091-213-23978. 091-213-23978. Be sure to call us, and then we'll pick your calls, and we can hear your opinions on whatever matter we're talking about. So, moving on to our next top story.
This one says, Dutch says Omicron variant was already circulating.
Yeah, because as of November 19th and 23rd, they had two tests.
Two tests
that shows that there's already
the variants. New variants,
the Omicron variant. And here's the funny thing: one of those patients
had already moved.
One of those patients didn't have a travel history connected to South Africa. So, contrary to popular belief that the Omicron variant was from South Africa, they are saying, look, we've had this variant in Netherlands. This person did not have any travel history. So there's a possibility that that particular variant has been circulating in Netherlands. Yeah. The second person, yes, has a travel history with South Africa. He just came from South Africa. Yeah. So, but but the second person who doesn't have a travel history, where did he get that variant from?
Yeah, exactly.
So it begs the question: is the virus evolving? How fast is it evolving? Yeah. How can we contain it? Can we control it? What is the usefulness of the vaccine if there are different variants still coming out? Do you understand? Yeah. So these are all questions on people's minds. And
all right, moving on. This one says Pope Francis seeks closer Orthodox ties on Greece visit.
Yeah. Before we take the story, I'd like us to go on a short break. And when we return, we'll continue the story of Pope Francis seeking closer Orthodox ties with Greece. Yeah.
All over the world, there are underground food spots that thrive 24/7. These are well-kept secrets that only the well-connected know about. Come with us as we go on an adventure to discover the tastes and locations of the most popular street food joints across Africa. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808-110-5907. Or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
All right, welcome back to your favorite morning show, Hello Africa. Sorry for that short break in transmission, but we'll continue now with the story. Pope Francis
seeks closer Orthodox ties in Greece.
All right, so 20 years after the last papal visit to Athens.
20? I thought it was even up to 50.
No, so years after the last papal visit to Athens that sparked protests by monks, Pope Francis decides to go to Greek capital on Saturday, as I think last week Saturday, seeking to improve historically difficult relations between the Roman Catholic and the Greek Orthodox churches. So let me just read this fact. The Orthodox Church has been separated from the Catholic Church since the schism of 1054 between Rome and Constantinople, today's Istanbul, which was then the capital of Byzantine Empire. So basically, the Roman Catholic and the Greek Orthodox Church, have been separated during whatever happened in that schism. So Pope Francis wants to see how we can repair relations, and a number of worries have surfaced, asking if it's I won't say wise, but safe.
If it's safe,
for him to go. But fortunately, the Greek actually received him, with a warm welcome. So people say that it's a sign of hope. The relations can be fixed. Yeah.
Okay. All right. This one says Pentagon orders new probe into Syria airstrike investigation by
New York Times. So a fresh probe on Monday into the 2019 airstrike that killed civilians in Syria 2 weeks after the New York Times investigation claimed that the U.S. military concealed dozens of non-combatants' death. Right. So they need to. People are saying the military, carried out an airstrike, that harmed more civilians,
civilians
than the actual. So
yeah.
what was instead of concealing it and all of that, so they've opened up they've opened up more investigation and they want to probe it to see what went wrong and what was done exactly.
All right, moving on. This one says Guinea junta says ex-president at home with his wife.
Okay, so Guinea junta announced on Monday that the deposed president Alpha Condé was sent to his wife's home in the capital, revealing the location of the oust leader. Oust leader after holding him incommunicado, right, for months. Condé, 83, led the country for nearly 11 years before his September 5 ouster in a military coup. So after the coup, people were wondering, where is he? Is he okay? Is he this? Is he that? Has he been killed? But no, he's fine. He's with his wife, in the capital, and they're going to treat him as with much respect as his office held before. So it's not like as if he's a prisoner or whatever. So
rooting for as long as 11 years.
But the ECOWAS are requesting that they, carry out an election in 6 months to ensure the transfer of power from military to civilians. Yeah.
All right, that's it on that story. Moving on to this one says Libya and United Nations warn intimidation stopping Gaddafi. Gaddafi's son appeal.
All right, so Gaddafi wants to rule in Libya, wants to run for office in Libya, I think. But let me just read this. Libya's government and the United Nations expressed concern Monday over an intimidation campaign that has shot the court where the son of slain dictator Muammar Gaddafi is appealing his rejected presidential bid. The elections on December 24 come as Libya seeks to turn page on a decade of violence since a NATO-backed uprising that toppled and killed Gaddafi in 2011. Last Wednesday, Libya's Electoral Commission announced the rejection of the candidacy of his son, Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, who is wanted by the International Criminal Court for alleged war crimes. Unsuccessful applicants were given 48 hours to appeal in court. But on Thursday morning last week, a group of outlaws, in quote, launched an odious attack on the court in the southern city of Sebha, forcing it to shut hours before Saif al-Islam had been due to appeal the government in Tripoli. Similar incidents have been reported since, with footage broadcast on local media and all of that. So basically, Muammar Gaddafi's son was rejected, right, from running as president for Libya. And according to their constitution, I think, rejected candidates have 48 hours to appear in courts to see if they can still be permitted or whatever. And some unknown gunmen, seized the court of appeal and prevented the legislators, the lawyers, from gaining access into the courts, and thereby, they have just 48 hours, allowing the time span that Gaddafi's son has, that's al-Islam has, to appeal to overlaps. And people are saying it's from the strongman opposition. That's the person who's most likely to win. So that's what they all said it is. But I don't know. I think maybe people are still looking at him based on maybe his father. I don't know.
All right, well, that's it. Okay, we'll take another break, and when we get back, of course, we'll bring you entertainment stories.
We live in a confusing world, and audiences need guardians on burning issues. Men of God give biblical interpretations to life's quandaries in every discussion. Grab a seat and let the Bible guide your thoughts. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808-110-5907, or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
Welcome back on the show. Of course, it's still Hello Africa, and it's been a great show today with Adebisi Pelumi in the studio. And of course, my name is Favor. I like to be called Favorite. All right, we just brought you top stories. We just rounded off our top stories. Moving on to our entertainment gist.
And before we continue, remember you can be a part of our conversation via, you can now call the studio and we'll take in your request. You can call the studio on 091-213-23978. I'll take it again, 091-213-23978. It's Hello Africa.
Yeah. All right, this one says... Apple Music Awards, Wizkid. Apple Music Awards, Wizkid wins African Artist of the Year.
Big Wiz doings. Machala.
endurance. Yeah.
Machala.
We still haven't gotten
Congrats.
over his O2 Arena shutdown.
It was massive. It was massive.
All right, this one says singer Darey Art Alade and wife mark 15th wedding anniversary.
Oh
Big
yeah,
congrats
I
to
saw
you
that.
both.
I saw that. Congrats to
saw
them.
the
I
post.
really look forward to marking my own, 15th, 20th, 30th wedding
All right.
anniversary and all of that.
Next up, peace work. It will be betrayal to accept Sanwo-Olu's invite. Tweeps warn Falz and others. Yeah, it was
People
a really
on Twitter
serious warning on Twitter. People
just
saying
crazy.
things and saying.
But I'm of the opinion that I understand the grievances, right? But at some point, it's been a year now. At some point, we are going to have to meet halfway
Okay.
if we're going to move the nation forward. Do you understand what I mean?
All right.
We can't keep saying we would not have a discussion with them or we would not engage them. At some point, we would have to.
Okay.
And at some point, the government also, like Macaroni said, they have to show a sign of good faith, right? And right now, the sign of good faith that we're asking for is just two major things. Number one, justice for those who lost their lives, right? The perpetrators who opened fire, who gave the command.
Okay.
Let them face the full weight of the law. Secondly, police conduct. They should stop extorting and brutalizing young people that have money. It's just wrong.
Okay.
So once those two things can be done by the government, I think it will be fair enough.
We will see to it.
Nice. You didn't say I hope. It's
We
good.
hope and see that
I
the
see, said
results. Of course, I will say that.
All right.
All right. This one says, BB Niger's V shades 90% of Nigerian women that wear shine dress in brown net. Fans react. Of course, she took to her Instagram page asking for new designers and tailors, fashion designers to come towards her direction, and she wouldn't want those who would just be interested in making nets. And I think that's a shade to someone we also know who recently came out in nets.
Who's that?
Oh, you've forgotten.
Can you just try and remind me?
No, I'm not going to call
Oh, come
this.
on. Come on, just try and
You have
remind me.
forgotten the dancer in the last edition who came out in some form of appearance recently.
The dancer? Oh,
In the last edition.
okay. In the last episode, right?
Yeah, editions.
Okay.
That's
okay.
it.
Yeah.
All right, this one says, Burna Boy ready to give 4.6 million naira. I think that's 10,000
pounds, yeah.
for Port Harcourt Bole in London. Laments he's been fed spaghetti and vegetables.
Yeah, I saw that video. Like, see what they did.
Imagine, and Baba's mind just came straight up to who?
He wants body. And even we went as far as to say if she's a lady and she's fine, he would marry her on the spot.
Based there in
He would marry her on the spot.
Well. If you have your way, I think you should better shoot your shot now and make a bole. If you're in the US, right? UK, sorry.
Yeah.
If you're in London, make good bole and take it to him.
There's no how you get that Port Harcourt taste. But he said if it's close, he will be fine. Because even the bole, the plantain you used to do the bole is,
All right, moving on.
Oops.
Furthermore.
All right, so this one talks about rare photo of 60-year-old RMD with grown-up son Kome as his beautiful grandkids leaves fans gushing. Yeah, I think I like the white beard sting. He's really slaying that white beard sting, right?
Yeah,
He's really slaying it, and he's a granddad with swag. So
yeah,
congrats
I'm still in shock. I mean, at 60, the kind of things
slaying.
he's doing.
He's good. He doesn't want to. He wants to enjoy these 60s. All right, moving on. Day 2 of Wizkid's London concert. Singer invites Nigerian colleagues Bella Shmurda, Lil J, others on stage. Yeah, it was massive, man. The fans went
really
wild.
massive. Yeah,
Went crazy. And I think for me, like one random person, maybe not a random person, but maybe I just don't know him, tweeted and said, people think Wizkid is showing African artists to the world. But what he's actually doing is showing the African culture to the world through various artists, right?
Yeah.
And it's the culture that is now being appreciated. It's proving to the world that African music or African culture, people are listening to it. People are vibing with it. And I'm like, wow, this is a really nice insight into what.
It wasn't just him. Lots of Lil J too performed.
Bella Shmurda.
It was great.
It was was crazy, man. It was crazy. It was good.
Yeah.
All right, so Bella Shmurda O2 performance. Old video shows moment Poco Lee introduced singer to Wizkid on IG Live. Yeah, I saw that video, and it was captioned, "Make sure you have a friend like Poco Lee."
Yeah.
I mean, Poco Lee was on a video call with Wizkid, and it was like, Omo, yummy, Omo. And then it was like, see my guy, very talented, Bella Shmurda. I was like, I didn't even know that was Bella Shmurda.
Oh, wow.
Because in that video, it didn't look like Bella Shmurda.
All right, let's move on.
All right, so Bobrisky brags about buying a hotel worth 800 million naira in Lekki and owning fuel station. Fans call him a liar. Okay, whether he's a liar or he's not a liar. We'll move. Wizkid is a brand. Nigerian man boasts after making almost 55 million naira from reselling concert tickets. Nigerians, with the hustle. Kai. But it's all good. That's a wrap on our entertainment gist, and we'll take a short break. When we return, it will be time for our sports segments. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Aren't you tired of playing different types of games that require in-app purchases? Here's something that might bring a smile to your game face. Introducing Smart Money Live Trivia Show on TV. You play against others to win cool cash prizes weekly. Participation is simple. Follow and interact with Black Drum TV on its social media handles. Join the live show daily on TV 8 p.m. Monday to Friday. Post all correct answers on Black Drum TV IG page. Fastest fingers always have an advantage. That's it. You're on your way to being selected to play for massive cash in our live studio face-off. Tell your friends to tell their friends of the new trivia show that gives cash rewards. Enquiries and sponsorships, contact marketing 0808 1105 907 or marketing at blackdrum.tv.
To dodge and what they will love. Fresh episodes updated as fast as new movie titles are released. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808 110 5907 or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
Where's my dad?
I want to get you out of real life.
I'm going to get you out of here alone.
Make no plans for movie night until you have watched our reviews and recommendations. No punches are pulled in, telling viewers what they need to dodge and what they will love. Fresh episodes updated as fast as new movie titles are released. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808 110 5907 or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
Where's my dad?
I want to get you out of real life.
I'm going to get you out of here alone.
Destinations is a Black Drum TV franchise that showcases all beautiful tourist locations across Africa. A group of tourists artist, a local guide, and cameras give you a front row seat to soak in the beauty of Africa. Showing weekly on Black Drum TV. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808 110 5907. Or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
Welcome back from that short break. Apologies for that technical mishap. And yeah, we'll be going on with our sports update. Like I said, if you're just joining us, we've concluded our top stories, our entertainment news, but not to worry, we still have the sports update and the weird facts coming right up. Also, you can be a part of our conversation by dialing in on this number, 091 213 23978. 091 213 23978. It's Hello Africa. Without further ado, let's move to our sports update. So the first sports story, I take it again. Former Liverpool and Arsenal star Kennedy dies aged 70. Former Liverpool and Arsenal midfielder Ray Kennedy died on Tuesday aged 70 after a long struggle with Parkinson's disease. Kennedy, a decorated star at Anfield and in North London, was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 1984. He won 3 European Cups and 5 English League titles with Liverpool after signing from Arsenal in 1974. Kennedy famously scored a crucial goal in Liverpool's 1981 European Cup semi-finals second leg against Bayern Munich, sending the Reds to a final they would win against Real Madrid. He was also a key figure for Arsenal when they won the top-flight title and FA Cup, beating Liverpool in the final in 1971. A testimonial game between Liverpool and Arsenal was held to aid Kennedy's Parkinson's fight in 1991. Later that year, he sold his medals and 17 England caps to help raise funds for his care. The thoughts of everybody at Liverpool FC are with Ray's family and friends at this sad and difficult time, Liverpool said on their website on Tuesday. EXO chief John Elkann has faith in Juve transfer probe. John Elkann, the head of EXO, which controls Juventus, said on Tuesday he had faith in the investigators probing suspicious player transfers and potential false accounting at the Syria art club Juventus. Juventus are helping the prosecutors and are confident they will help shed light on the situation, Italian media report Elkann has saying. As for us at EXO, I have faith in the judiciary. Juve have a new board, a new chief executive, Mauricio Arrivaben, a new sporting director, Federico Cherubini, and a new coach. They, together with the chairman and vice chairman, are facing a difficult time, as can happen, and I'm sure that Juve's future will be as great as its past. Elkann is scion of the powerful Angeli family, which has owned Juventus almost continuously for nearly 100 years, was speaking at EXO's Investor Day. Prosecutors in turn are investigating Juve and 6 current and former directors, including Angeli and Nevded, for allegedly making false communications to investors and issuing invoices for non-existent transactions. The probe regards some 282 million euros, that's $319.2 million of capital gains declared in accounts from the past 3 seasons on a host of transfers. Ronaldo hits back at claims he wants to beat Messi's Ballon d'Or haul. Manchester United star Cristiano Ronaldo has hit back at a disrespectful claim that his only remaining ambition is to win the Ballon d'Or more times than Lionel Messi. Paris Saint-Germain forward Messi won the prestigious award for the 7th time on Monday. Ronaldo, who finished 6th in this year's voting, has earned the Ballon d'Or 5 times. The Ballon d'Or, given to the best male and female footballer of the year, is voted on by 180 journalists and presented by France Football. Pascal Ferrer, the editor-in-chief of France Football, was quoted in the New York Times recently saying Ronaldo told him his primary motivation was to retire having won the accolade more often than his old rival Messi. Ronaldo, 36, took to Instagram to deny that suggestion. Today's outcome explains Pascal Ferrer's statements last week, where he said that I confided in him that my only ambition was to finish my career with more Ballon d'Ors than Lionel Messi, Ronaldo wrote. Pascal Ferrer lied. He used my name to promote himself and to promote the publication he works for. It is unacceptable, and the person responsible for awarding such a prestigious prize could lie in this way, in absolute disrespect for someone who has always respected France football and the Ballon d'Or. Next up on our sports updates, Carrick in charge of Man U for Arsenal clash as Rangnick awaits visa. Manchester United English caretaker manager Michael Carrick gestures on the touchline during the English Premier League football match between Chelsea and Manchester United at Stamford Bridge in the London Michael Carrick will stay in charge of Manchester United for their clash against Arsenal this week as interim manager Ralph Rangnick awaits his work visa, the Old Trafford club said on Tuesday. Rangnick on Monday agreed to join United from Lokomotiv Moscow, where he was the head of sports and development, but he will not be on the bench when Arsenal visits on Thursday due to legal red tape. Ralph Rangnick was announced as interim manager on Monday, but while the club follows the regulatory process around the work visa, Carrick will continue at the helm, a United statement said. Michael has communicated this to players and staff at Carrington in a busy week for the club. The 63-year-old German will eventually take charge at United until the end of this season before moving into a 2-year consultancy role at the troubled Premier League outfit. Carrick has been working as United's caretaker boss since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's sacking. The former United midfielder, who had served as Solskjaer's assistant, has overseen a 2-0 Champions League win at Villarreal and Sunday's 1-1 draw at the Premier League leaders Chelsea. United host Crystal Palace on Sunday, by which time Rangnick could be in the dugout. They are then scheduled to play their final Champions League group fixture at home to Swiss club Young Boys on December 8th. That game could be switched on neutral venue given the new travel restrictions in response to the emergence of the Omicron variant of COVID-19. And lastly, on our sports updates, Adepoju worried over injury to key Super Eagle players. Former Super Eagle midfielder Mutiu Adepoju is worried over the growing number of Super Eagle players with injury barely 6 weeks to the kickoff of the 2022 African Cup of Nations in Cameroon. With Nigerians still lamenting over the injury sustained by Napoli of Italy striker Victor Osimhen, another key member of the team, goalkeeper Maduka Okoye, suffered a shoulder injury during Sparta Rotterdam's Eredivisie clash at home to champions Ajax on Sunday afternoon. Okoye was injured after clashing with an opposing attacker in the 24th minute of the Week 14 encounter and was replaced by Sparta's reserve goalkeeper Benjamin Van Leer. There are fear that with the Cameroon 2022 AFCON Cup approaching barely 6 weeks away, a lengthy injury layoff could rule the Super Eagles' #1 goalkeeper out of the Continental Championships. Though Okoye has waved aside all worries about how long he could be out of action, as he told the media that he had only suffered a knock. However, Adepoju, who spent most of his career in Spain, amassing La Liga totals of 175 games and 22 goals over the course of 7 seasons, told The Guardian in a telephone chat yesterday that the news of Okoye's injury calls for concern. As a Nigerian, one should be worried with this latest injury suffered by our first-choice goalkeeper Okoye. First was Osimhen, and now we're talking about Okoye. The AFCON is fast approaching, and we need our best players to do well. I pray Osimhen and Okoye recover early, Adepoju said. Thank you for joining us. That's the wrap on our sport update, and we're going on a short break, and when we return, it'll be time for the weird facts. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Black Drum Sessions video series showcases African indigenous musicians performing live in our studios. Come take a trip around Africa through authentic and indigenous voices. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808-110-5907, or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
My name is Edauto.
My name is Anke.
Akilabi.
Kayefi Osha.
Darey Sola.
My name is Fine Art, and you are watching.
And you are watching.
Simi J, you're watching Black Drum Session.
Black Drum TV brings to you a show to educate homeowners and prospective buyers on the treacherous terrain of real estate. New deals and opportunities are highlighted on every show. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808-110-5907, or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
Hello and welcome back to the show. It's your favorite morning show, Hello Africa, brought to you by Black Drum TV. And like I promised, before going on the break, it's time for the educative and fun part of the show, the weird facts. And if you're just joining us, you can be a part of our conversation via the comment section and the link in the description. You can also call on the numbers 091 213 213-978. 091-213-23978. Now, without further ado, let's take the first weird fact for the day. All right, so this one says a company in Japan awards non-smokers an extra 6 days of paid leave each year. Non-smokers, 6 days of paid leave each year. Wow,
that's good.
I think they're trying to what's it called? Encourage the culture or the habit of not smoking, or reduce smokers in society. I think. Would you take this one for us, please?
Okay, this one says in Singapore, when you turn 21, you're automatically registered as an organ donor.
Hello. Excuse me.
What if I refuse?
I do not want to be an organ. Is your organ? I mean, it's my organ. Like, why in the world are they doing this? All right, Stephen Hawking was rumored to run over the toes of people he didn't like. Okay. I mean, see him, so all right.
Okay, fish eggs can survive being eaten by a duck. Oh. Okay.
Wow. There's a restaurant in New York that employs grandmas instead of chefs. I know, right? Like real cooking, real family recipes, right? All right, so the next one. Ancient Roman commoners went on strike by evacuating their cities, leaving the upper classes hopelessly fending for themselves. Maybe this is something that we should try again in modern times. Maybe not. I'm not sure if that could work. All right, so the next one, Faye, right?
Can't see it clearly from here.
Oh, my bad.
All right, this one says recessions may not be good for our finances, but it turns out that they are actually good for our health. This is because during a recession, there is less traffic, cleaner air, and people have less money to spend on unhealthy things like drinking alcohol, or smoking. Today is about alcohol and smoking.
I don't understand. What's with the beef with alcohol? It's like as if alcohol is bad. All right, so it cost $265 million to make Grand Theft Auto V. When the game was released in 2013, it became the most expensive video game ever made. This was no cause for concern for its developers after it raked in a shocking $1 million within the first 72 hours of sales. It took 5 years to develop the game with Rockstar Studios all over the world, working together in tandem. Wow. Grand Theft Auto V5. It was crazy, man, but I remember playing that game. It was good. All right, so I think this is it the last one? No, we got 2 more. Okay, just after this.
Okay, this one says Tom Cruise got divorced from each of his 3 ex-wives when they reached the age of 33. All 3 of them? Oh, wow.
Wait. Tom Cruise married... Oh, wow. So when they all reached 33, they kept... What's wrong with that? It was like zapping their immortality or something? All right, it turns out that you don't need to drink 6 to 8 cups of water per day. Water is without a doubt one of the most important things on our planet. And since around the 1940s, it's been popularly believed that you should drink about 84 ounces, that's 2.5 liters of water every day to stay healthy. Researchers have since delved deeper into the issue and concluded that you don't need to drink anywhere near that much, as you get a lot of water from the food you eat instead. You're merely advised to drink when you're thirsty and drink extra on particularly hot days. My mom will disagree with this. She chunks in lots of water. Like she just takes water, forces me to drink water as well. All right, so that's a wrap on our weird facts and brings us to the end of the show. For today's episode.
Thank you so much for joining us. We do hope you'll be with us again in our next episode. It's going to be an awesome time. And I also want to say Happy New Month to you again. It's the festive season. Be careful out there where you go to and who you talk to. Of course, I wish you a happy Christmas in advance. And then, don't forget, my name is Favor. I like to be called Favorite.
And I'm Adebisi Kwelumi, simply BC, and it's the middle of the week. Do plan ahead for your fun weekend. Happy New Month to everyone watching. And remember, it's a festive season, like you said. Don't drink and drive. Get lots of alcohol for the festive period. And stay safe. Wear a nose mask. Keep that distance. There's a new variant in town. And God bless you all. Thank you for joining us on the episode. Till next episode. Stay safe.